Hi everyone, my name is Nirvika Adhikari and today I am going to present the presentation of WRL. My London Met ID is 22068150. Talking about the background of my placement, I did my work placement at Tech Private Limited, which is located in Kathmandu. It handles the back-end systems and mobile apps for Ambition Guru. The goal is to provide affordable, inclusive, and accessible education to all the learners. Their vision is to offer creative digital learning solutions to help students succeed in today's competitive world. The internship period started from 20 October 2024 and ended on 7 February 2025. I worked as a front-end web developer intern at Aztec. My main responsibility was to design and develop intuitive user interfaces. I created responsive web pages using HTML, Tailwind CSS, Vue.js, and the Quasar framework. I collaborated with the backend team to integrate UI with backend APIs. I assisted in testing and debugging to ensure optimal performance. I gained exposure to real-world software development practices, and I also improved my skills in front-end development. Let me summarize about all of my learning outcomes. My first learning outcome was to enhance my front-end development skills. My second learning outcome was to enhance my knowledge of Vue.js framework and other related libraries. My third learning outcome was to develop my time management skills. My fourth learning outcome was to improve my ability to work in a collaborative environment. My fifth learning outcome was to develop problem-solving skills. My sixth learning outcome was to enhance my professional communication skills. My seventh learning outcome was to develop the ability to critically evaluate feedbacks and user requirements. My eighth learning outcome was to properly use design and UI tools. My ninth learning outcome was to effectively troubleshoot and resolve the front-end or git issues. And last but not the least, my 10th learning outcome was to enhance the work and code quality and maintainability evaluation skills. Let me explain about learning outcome 1. For learning outcome 1, I built responsive and dynamic web pages using HTML, Tailwind CSS, and Vue.js. As you can see on the right side, I have uploaded one of the pages which I built, and I have also uploaded the repository that I worked on. I also improved code reusability by creating modular and reusable components and learned to manage state. For Yellow 2, learning outcome 2, I gained experience using Vue features like directives, components, and lifestyle hooks. I used Vue Router for navigation and Pinia for state management. I explored Quasar to create feature-rich UI components and also integrated external libraries to enhance functionality and design. For learning outcome 3, I planned and tracked daily development goals using task lists or boards. In the right side, I have provided the Trello board on which I worked on for managing my tasks. I also delivered assigned modules within set deadlines, managed project timelines while balancing learning and development tasks, and learned to prioritize tasks based on urgency. For learning outcome 4, I worked with backend developers to integrate APIs with front-end interfaces, collaborated with them using Git and GitHub, participated in team meetings, and supported teammates by reviewing and giving feedback on their code. As you can see on the right side, there is the feedback which my supervisor provided for improving the feature that I made. For learning outcome 5, I solved layout and UI box to inspection and debugging tools. I handled unexpected behavior in components and data binding. In the right side, you can see that there was an unexpected error where the location didn't come. And for solving the issue, I applied logic to manage conditional rendering and found solution by researching documentation. For learning outcome 6, I communicated progress and blockers effectively with supervisors, practiced writing clear commit messages, presented developed features, and engaged in constructive feedback. For learning outcome 7, there was one of the user who recommended to make the page responsive, which I have uploaded on the right side by making the page responsive. I analyzed UI feedback and implemented necessary design adjustments, learned to filter the relevant feedback, and interpreted wireframes and user stories into functional components. For learning outcome 8, I used Figma to view and follow design prototypes. As you can see on the right side, I have made the wireframes and the actual UI design of the project that I was working on. I maintained visual consistency with Tailwind utility classes and also ensured accessibility and mobile responsiveness. For learning outcome 9, I fixed Morse conflicts and tracked bugs using Git version control. I debugged JavaScript and CSS errors using browser dev tools. I resolved issues with API integration and handled rollback and recovery of code. As you can see on the right side about the Morse issue that I faced and how I solved it. For learning outcome 10, I followed structured coding patterns and naming conventions. On the right side, you can see the structure of my folder, which clearly mentions which folder contains the components, which folder contains the composables, which will make me easier to understand in the future time. I used Git branches to isolate features and avoid code-based conflicts as well. And I learned to refactor and clean up redundant or repetitive code. There were some challenges faced. One of the challenges was understanding a new code base. Another was learning about new framework and tools. And the main challenge was to manage the time efficiently to meet the required to meet the set deadlines. Another challenge was to communicate in a team setting and to debug complex bugs. I learned to improve front-end skills, real-world collaboration, API integration, problem solving, and professional growth, which helped me to learn about the importance of communication, time management, and attention to detail. In conclusion, this internship gave me real-world exposure to how professional software development teams operate, and I now feel confident in contributing to real projects and solving development challenges efficiently. For the future plan, I will continue to deepen my knowledge in Vue.js, learn more about backend technologies, work on personal or open source projects, take part in online certifications and workshops, and apply for a full-time role or further internships to gain more professional experience. Thank you.